They need to visit. They need to meet their people. And when they come, they just put all these politicians. All those politicians will come. They will gather, and they will come and address them. They will share whatever they want to share, whether it's Indomie, whether it's Gala, whatever they share for them. And all of them sing. They take Ashwebi and they sing Ababa or Baba or all that, and he leaves. And that is it.
Seriously.
Yeah.
But governors, Senate members, representatives, even in the Assembly, in the Senate, in the House of what they call it in the United States, go home. They actually have an office in their homestead, and they go home every Friday. Every Friday compulsorily to have meetings. They have their offices there run by people whom they employed to run the office, which means there is room for interaction all through the weekend before they resume to the center again on Monday. Can that system work for us?
You know why?
Can we put it in? Because I see that the only things we obey, most times, not all the time, but most times, are the things written down in laws, and it's not peculiar to Nigeria. Can that system work for us?
I'm an optimist. It can work. I don't believe that anything cannot work in any particular place.
Okay.
How do I mean? We are the problems of what we're accusing these people of. Why? We don't hold these people accountable. We don't hold them accountable. So we are the problems. We don't hold them accountable. So to them, they see themselves as the kings, and we are the subjects. So they decree, and it must happen. They say it. They give directive.
But we are the ones that actually even make it happen, because we do everything possible to help them.
The reason why I'm saying that because we don't make them accountable. So when they come as king, all to what we do is, oh, hail the king.
So we are part of the problem.
I said, that's what I said. In fact, not just
part of the biggest part of the problem.
We are. We are. The other time when they called a meeting, and my chairman, they called a meeting, and they were telling them how they're going to be coming to collect some money from people and radio, and I said no. If someone has a car, it's already the person has already paid, because they take that from the license and all that. So why do you want to? Did the constitution make provision for double taxation on radio? And he couldn't answer. At that point, everybody, their heads open, and they're like, that's true. So and they were asking him questions he couldn't answer, and that was the end of it. If not, he would have gone round and be collecting that money from everybody.
Yes.
And many people will pay, and they will still pay that one. So that is what we are saying. You can look, even in our country today, you see multiple taxes. Multiple taxes, and you feel you cannot do anything. You feel you can't say anything, because once you talk, they start witch-hunting you. They start putting torchlight to see whether you have one thing that they can pick on you and all that. So all that happens, and that is government, and people are afraid. Also, they will tell you that you cannot fight government. They'll tell you can't fight government, so everybody is afraid.
What brings me to our last topic for this morning, as you have it right there on the screen. Nigeria is a work in progress, and this one did work. We have had people who escaped, who were discovered, who ran away, who were being chased, who are being they're trying to extradite, but we scored one goal.
Yeah, interesting.
We scored one goal.
Very well.
I mean, I did escape.
Particularly,
let me start by saying
probably.
I personally love Senator Ndumi.
Maybe, don't you think, I strongly feel, well, my opinion though, that because of the personality that is at stake here.
No, I don't think so.
Because
I really don't think so, because
we have Senator Ndumi's freedom, property, a lot of things surrounding him at stake here. So definitely MENA has to be produced.
No, but
probably if Senator Ndumi was not involved or
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so, because Senator Ndumi even
let me tell you the truth. Let me tell you the truth about us, particularly our security agencies and details, whatever. When they want to work,
they do.
They work.
Except when it has to do with insurgency, which they've been trying their best.
Even that, I have a very strong belief, even with the insurgency, when they want to work in court, when they want to damn all the whatever,
Consequences.
the games,
to work.
they'll bring these people down.
So it means that we
That
should
brings me back to what I
incentivize
said.
them.
That brings me back to what I said initially about the mole, the issue of the
No,
mole.
no, no. But I think if we incentivize, but let's put in some incentives into this thing.
See, because
And make sure that
No,
we
no,
know
I
this
don't
one.
think. I really don't think of putting incentive.
when it comes to mold, there's there's a way you plan your strategies. Even the mold, it's like, see, even in the so-called, if you think some people, I know somebody in the high places, then you go and commit some offense and all that, so there are issues, and that person maybe the person answered you the first time, they try to solve. When the person, maybe you go through you go on his own findings, and now find out, you goofed. Then what happened? You will call. I was in a meeting. I won't mention names, but this person called a top police officer, and the man refused to pick his call. He said, "You see, it's the one calling." Meaning, the officer knew that if I try this, this may backfire. So he will withdraw. He will retreat. He
Let's
has
talk
to.
about
He had
Mena.
to.
Let's bring it on to Mena.
Yeah.
Finally, what would this have meant, if Mena had not been rearrested? At least from the law perspective, for Senator Ndume, whose property is on the line, he himself, his freedom is on the line as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, the law is law. It's not sentiment. It's not. Yeah, Ndume, a fine guy that everybody loves.
Lovely perspective.
Attitude, character, and all that. As in, he's
Suggestions.
Really, like that. So we don't. People love Ndume. They don't. Ndume, sorry, they don't have issues with him. Like that's the reason why I said law is law. Is not
No
sentiment. No sentiment about law. Now, what would have happened to him if they are not saying, two things, two. One, he either goes to jail. It depends on the court or what the court is saying. He goes to jail. Don't forget that he got bail, even on his own character was considered and all that. So he got bail. He would have gone to jail. Now, two, would have lost the bond,
Which is the 500 million
and all that. Lost that.
which he stood for with his house.
Yeah, lost that. That is two. Three. The two.
He could have gotten both.
Both, yes.
Are you serious?
Yes, he could have gone to jail and still lose that. So any of those things would have happened to him. But thank God.
No wonder Shaw already didn't get somebody to come and stand in for him. That's, when they were talking
Thank
about
God.
50 million. 50 million.
Yeah, because
But
it's
it's true.
like that.
But it's true. Shaw would have had so many people that
But
were
thank God,
calling for
and
release,
I'm
but
sure, don't
50
forget
million
all these
didn't
people
get.
with this Kingsman thing and all that, because like he said, like Ndume said, that there were pressure on him to stand in.
And that was why he did.
That was why he did that, because the people will come, they are from the same, it's your
It's your brother.
It's your brother,
And we
and
live
all
a
that.
communal
And
life.
so now with that, it's also possible, because what the paper has told us, or the news, or the security, whatever, is telling us is, yes, he was arrested, right? It could be,
And Niger Republic.
Niger Republic, and of course, it's people, they will just summarize and say and give you what you need to hear. You never know. Maybe the kinsman that pressured Ndume had also reached out to Mena to say, no, you can't do this, brother.
Come back.
Just give up yourself. So these guys, they are in Niger now. Just you are arrested. We just say it like that.
But that's just
like,
but
no, sorry. Yeah, that's my theory, my personal theory. But what we know is he's arrested.
Theory.
Yeah, that's my theory. But now
good news,
he's
been
arrested. Yes.
And of course, the case will go back to
Anything and everything can only happen here in Nigeria.
No. Don't get this thing wrong.
No, but really.
No, I do not agree with you.
I totally.
All these things happen everywhere.
Let me cite
No, but the level of impunity at which we do it makes the difference.
No, but really, let me cite a good example. Yesterday, I was taking a look at the numbers of deaths from coronavirus, and I totally took a look at what they have in the United States. Over 280,000, almost 300 now. They have
But come to
as
think
of
of
yesterday,
it, while
13.75
we take this data, let's be conscious of the fact that the United States is far bigger.
No. I'm going somewhere.
A place.
The United States has about 300 and something million people. Nigeria has over 200 million. So we compare ourselves because we can say that we have similar demographics. They're not as large as China, not as large as India. India is about number 3 on the list. So I totally get the fact. But what I'm drawing attention to is the fact that the United Kingdom, interestingly, has been reporting about 60,000 deaths. Yesterday, and I took a look at their history with coronavirus, and I discovered that they only recorded the deaths of people who tested positive and died within 28 days. So if somebody dies from the period it tested positive to the death, about 28 days, then they record the death. So all the other people who died outside of that window were not recorded.
Thank you. Now, Tomisin,
that's some manipulation of data.
Thank you. That is now the difference between United Kingdom and US.
And the US.
Because you're talking about the number of US.
Exactly.
There are people that did not die by corona. That were part of the numbers. They were put together for corona in US. You know, the US own went political. And a lot of things happened.
Everybody
we don't want to
died
go,
within
we don't want to go that route, but we know that not their numbers went up like that. Just those people are not just COVID.
People who died within that period.
So they just put all that like that together.
Attributed to COVID. But you know, the United Kingdom intentionally. So when they talk about numbers being doctored, you know, we're talking about whether it's 43 here or something. Then I discovered that Nigeria isn't the only country that does it. So they only
it's done everywhere. You know, but
they set parameters with which it is done.
No. Like I said, look, Tomisin, it's a different ball game when I have to take or steal your phone from you and I'm hiding it from you. I don't want you to know the fact that I stole it, or actually somehow you got an inkling of the fact that I stole it, but somehow I still gave you that kind of dignity not to push it on your face. But here what we do is that, yes, I have stolen it. What can you do about it? I took it. I actually stole it.
People come and
Nigeria is a project.
They'll tell you that they have their reasons, and the truth is, some of them you hear, and most of them when they speak for the country. Like, it's for our people. Oh, the US will say it's for our citizens. UK will say it's for our citizens. But no, in my country, I'm here. I don't live in UK. I don't live in the US. I live in Nigeria, and I see things. So when you are telling me you are doing it for me, I ask you, how, bros? Yeah, I will ask you, Mr. President, what are you doing for me? How am I benefiting from this?
From this.
The other time we shouted, we screamed, don't close the border. It is only a country that has nothing to produce that will close border, land border, no business, nothing. Now see the results. See, we say all these things, but do they listen to us? We see these things ahead.
No, but a lot of people actually were in support of the.
You see, once they were in support, what we said when we came, you see, there's no how. What do we produce in Nigeria? There's no how if we are producing country and we are not just consuming and everything. If we produce things that we export,
the largest population, we cannot export our rights.
We export our things, except for your oil. If we export those things, and it's going to go through those land borders.
But really, we're exporting our spaghetti, we're exporting our banks. Okay.
If we export those things, you will not think of closing your border, because economy-wise, it does not make sense. See, you can see if you do. Look at it. You tell me, go and buy Nigerian rice. The fact that yes, our own, how much? Now, when those people,
what did you say?
Rice,
23,000. I saw it 2 days ago.
No, you are really. You know, I told you. I told you.
I got the market on Saturday. I was even back there doing yesterday. I do market research.
No. Tomisin, you know, you have different kinds of this.
The best one.
I told you. You know, I told you just last month I bought 28,000.
I'm telling you, I bought. That's what I'm telling you. 23,000. Just yesterday and 2 days ago.
Okay, there's something I wanted to buy.
There and all that. So
there's something I wanted to buy and he's a Nigerian, whatever. I said, no, me, I'm a patriot, so I love my Nigeria thing. And I got it, and he gave me a price, and I look at it, this thing is substandard compared to the price you are giving me. But I gave it a second thought that, no, I will have to still patronize my people. I want my money to be here. But I am not satisfied. I paid, I took it. But I am not satisfied with what because I've been patriot. Do you understand? Because I want to. So why can't we do that? Give me something that when I look, I can say, yes, this is good.
I will take it like that.
This is good. How much? Then I'll pay for it. Then they'll now import stuff, and those things are cheaper than what we make here. Have you considered?
Have you thought of the fact that it could be the environment at which those people producing, at which they are producing, a lot of things are not favorable to them. Even the raw materials doesn't come in handy.
No, I think what Olayinka is saying is, if the material that you're being sold is expensive but of good quality, then as a good Nigerian, you would want to patronize. But I must tell you, the foreign rice is actually more expensive right now, except at the border towns, than the Nigerian rice. And Nigerians do not still buy the cheaper one.
I think we also need to also work. I always say this.
We eat it, so
I always say this. We need to work on our mentality. You know why? Because do you know that our people, for instance, they want to, when they allow them, they bring in from China and all that. Yeah. They will go to China and tell them, please reduce this, make it the quality, so that I want to make more money. Is for Nigeria, and you make us look as if
we don't like products that are of good quality.
If you go to China and you buy Apple in China, and you go to US, don't forget that they make this thing in China. They couple and all that. They couple in China and they return to you and all that. But you will still see that they are different.
They're different. Thank you so much, Olayinka, for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me this morning. Thank you.
Always a pleasure having you. And of course, you're a good Nigerian, so please keep patronizing the Nigerian.
I'm Nigerian before anything.
Nigeria. Anyhow, do you close? We need to go.
Let's all just keep being patriotic. Also, I love my people. Will say, my family will say, "Oh, I'm a Nigerian."
You can see me. I'm proudly Nigerian.
So it starts from you. It starts from me. I think. Let's not get tired. We'll
and also, sorry, I just have one advice for the government. Please, when our people are criticizing you, when our people are saying these things are wrong, don't winch on them. They are patriots. They want the best for their nation. Please, let them speak out. Don't go after them. Just speak what you know you need to change and work on it. And let's move on. Thank you.
Yes, my name is Tomisin. I'll see you again tomorrow on the Bumper Breakfast. Have a beautiful day, people.
Bye-bye.